Welcome to Liga MX Matchday 13 predictions video. It's been an incredible international break. Of course, we finally had our Six Nations going to the 48 expanded 2026 FIFA World Cup, which I will do a preview of every 48 nations that are participating in this year's World Cup. Plus, I'll probably do a predictions group by group A, probably starting by May for the group previews, plus predictions on the knockouts, who's going to win the World Cup. So stay tuned because probably this month I'll be starting the get to know your nation who will participate in this year's 2026 World Cup. So that is further away. But for right now, let's get to these matches. We begin tomorrow between 14th place Puebla versus 10th place Juarez, 9 p.m. Eastern on TUN. Puebla coming off a 2-1 loss to Santos. Tough one for them, by the way. Tough one. Losing to a team that was in 18th place. No bueno. Going up against Juarez, who had a huge 2-1 win against Tigres. Massive win, and they're now in the top 10, trying to climb up to the standings. I think this could be a good fight. I'm going to go with a 2-2 draw. 11th place Necaxa versus 16th place Mazatlan at 11 p.m. Eastern on VX Plus. Necaxa coming off that 3-0 win over Tijuana. Going up against Mazatlan, who drew to Cruz Azul. Yes, they drew second place Cruz Azul. Bit of a surprise there on a 1-1 draw. Necaxa should get this one. Even if whatever happens to Juarez in the top 10, they're still going to fight in for that top 10 spot. So give me Necaxa winning it 2-1. 13th place Tijuana versus 7th place Tigres at 11:06 p.m. Eastern on TUN. I already mentioned earlier Necaxa beating Tijuana 3-0, as well as Tigres losing to Juarez 2-1. But that loss against Juarez is a big surprise because nobody thought Juarez was going to beat Tigres. I didn't expect that. So look at this game. I'm going to go with Tigres winning it 2-0. I think it's just too much for Tijuana. All right, to Saturday. 9th place Monterrey versus 15th place Atlético San Luis at 7 p.m. Eastern on TUN. Monterrey, thrilling game against Chivas, but falls short to them 2-3. Going up against Juarez, who suffered a tough defeat to León 2-1. I think Monterrey is going to bounce back. I'm going to go with a 2-1 victory. 17th place Querétaro versus 3rd place Toluca at 7 p.m. Eastern on VX Plus. Querétaro coming off that 0-0 draw to Atlas. Well, they are welcoming Toluca, who still undefeated, and they drew with Pachuca 1-1. So really good thriller in that game. I actually think Toluca stays undefeated despite the draws, the wins. They get the win 2-0. 12th place León versus 6th place Atlas at 9 p.m. Eastern on VX Plus. León coming up that 2-1 win against Atlético San Luis, while for Atlas drew with Querétaro 0-0. This could be one interesting game. I'm going to go with a draw. Give me a 1-1 draw. Then what could be the match day of the week, 2nd place Cruz Azul taking on 5th place Pachuca, 9:05 p.m. Eastern on CBS Sports Network, which is in English, but in Spanish it's on TUN. Cruz Azul and Pachuca both coming off 1-1 draws to Mazatlan and Toluca. This should be thrilling, and I kind of sense that whatever happens between the match of the week, which we'll get to that one, could implicate Cruz Azul's chances to get back in first place, while for Pachuca probably ending up trying to get a top 3 spot. I'm going to Give me a 2-2 draw. 18th place Santos versus 8th place America at 11:10 p.m. Eastern on TUN. Santos pulled off a big win against Puebla 2-1, while for America suffered a heavy loss to Pumas in a 1-0 loss. I think America bounces back. Give me a 4-0. All right, match day of the week, and it happens on Sunday. First place Chivas versus 4th place Pumas, 10:07 p.m. Eastern on Univision. Chivas getting a 3-2 win against Monterrey. While for Pumas, on the other hand, they got a 1-0 win against America. This should be a real good treat in the Estadio Akron. Chivas are still in first place, and they're coming off a thriller win against Monterrey. Now against a Pumas side that is really on the rise. So I I could see this go either way, but I'm gonna go with a 2-2 draw. I think it's gonna be a thriller. I just think 2-2 is my final. That's it for Liga MX Matchday 13 predictions. If you're not seeing my other videos, go check them out on my channel. Of course, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell for more sports news.